As a husband, your number one focus and responsibility is your wife and your children. As a wife, your number one priority and responsibility is your husband and your children. Any other person, I say any other person, is an overtime, is an extra time. You cannot deprive your wife or your husband while taking care of your siblings. You cannot deprive your children while taking care of family member. Your wife and your children should be satisfied first. Your husband and your children should be satisfied first. That's why today you have so much responsibility. God is not aware. You have added so much responsibility on your head. You don't sleep well. You don't eat well. Because God is not aware of the load that you have put in your head. God is only aware of your children, your wife, and your husband. You go to bed, you don't sleep well. He said he give his beloved sleep. At this age, you have all over gray hair. You are having heart attack. You are not eating well. The Bible says God gave to each of his servants according to their ability. God has given you the right portion. But the portion that God has given you is too small for you now because you have added other portion. God is not aware. God is not aware. You better cut off your portion. You cannot deprive your wife or your husband to take care of cousins, uncle, aunties, family member. Any other family member is an extra time, an overtime if you have energy. The scripture said in Genesis chapter 19 verse 15, the angel of God appeared to Lot. They said, take your wife and your 2 daughters out of this land. This land is about to be destroyed. Your wife and your 2 daughters, those are your main family. Any other family is an overtime. I'm not saying you should not do good, but make sure they're okay. He said, take your wife. You should make sure your wife is saved. You should make sure your husband is saved, is protected. You should make sure your children are okay before you extend your hand. After you take your wife and your children, your husband, you save them. If you have energy, you can come for any other family member. But the Bible says when the angel of God told Lot hesitated. Lot was lingering. Some of you, before you even do anything for your wife, your children, you begin to hesitate. What am I going to do for my mother? What am I going to do for my sibling? My sibling needs school fee. My brother needs school fee. My uncle needs business money. You are hesitating to do what you're supposed to do. The Bible says Lot hesitated. The angel did not say, take your mother, take your father, take your sister. It said, take your wife. After you have saved your wife, your children, or your husband, any other person, if you have energy, you can come. If you want, you can die with them. You cannot compare the portion that you are giving your wife and the portion that you are giving your mother.